Today, I would like to talk about some kind of comparison between opera and musical. I guess they have some similarity and dissimilarities. And first of all, both are the, how can I say, combined how can I say, music. Which contains, how can I say, it's like singing and dancing along with some the orchestra music. But it's like in opera, is in the musicals. Sometimes just they utilize sometimes I can recorded tape instead of using the orchestra. But anyhow, the combination of the, how can I say, singing of the singer and some how can I say, orchestratic music. I guess music is through the orchestra. Basically, the basic is how can I say, the big difference come from the, how can I say, the historic background. Originally, opera is more formal one, where the normally opera is need some conductor and the orchestra team, and the opera singer, just he who just sing a song, but sometimes they need some dance. Then they just hire, they utilize separate dancer. It means like in opera, that there are singers and dancers separately. But on the other end, in musical, just the singers will dance as well, and it's more like how can I say, the singer, they are just the multiple the function. They make a multiple function. Singer, dancer, and how can I say, actors. Also, unlike the opera, sometimes instead of the orchestra or conductor is not required in the musical, and instead of using the music, how can I say, orchestra, they use recorded tape of the music, and therefore I would say the opera is more formal, how can I say, musical form. They need conductor, orchestra, and the singer, and also separate the dancer, etc. But in the musical, is more like, how can I say, is informal one. Is more oriented to the audience. They utilize some kind of mic, because the singer in opera, sometimes they should dance and also to say something as a actor, and therefore they utilize the mic system, and they are very they do not have too much burden in singing. In opera, it's quite different. They just do not use the mic, and therefore they will be easily exhausted. And also, opera require, special opera, house, theater, in order to, in order to facilitate, to facilitate the, the understanding of the audience. Otherwise, they cannot hear the sing songs which would be sang by the song by the singer, opera singer, and therefore we need more some special theater where the opera can be performed. And also, the opera singer is very easily exhausted. She spend maybe 4 or 5 hours, and during that time, he personally should sing a song, and they are easily exhausted, and there's some kind of limitation for the performing the opera. But the situation is quite different in the musicals. Like they utilize the mic, and also they utilize the recorded music, and therefore they perform the musicals is quite more frequently than the opera. And in that regard, opera is more, toward the, high class or royal class, needs. But the musical is more oriented to the public, and it's more political. But it's just to the, to the person who really would like to enjoy the real music, and they prefer the opera to musical, because they can, hear the singer's live the song, which was conducted by the singer in person, without any electronic devices, etc. And also they can see the conductor, and also orchestra. And therefore you maybe it's like there are some kind of stage, and the first stage for the beginners, they might just prepare some kind of solo or piano music, and later on some kind of co-performance of the piano along with the orchestra. and then finally just they are very how can I say attracted by the how can I say sing, which was done by the singer, who is the human in person, and this more how can I say is like touching. In this regard, opera is more how can I say is more attractive in terms of the live song and the live orchestra music. But in the in the musical is more public oriented the music, which contains some singing a song and some how can I say music, even if the music is not conducted by the orchestra. Maybe it can be in a form of the recorded music, but it's we have some kind of we'll have some easy access to the musical because like they will perform the musical more frequently than the opera, because there is to the singer or the musical player, they do not have too much burden compared with the opera. But it's the singer in the opera, they have too much burdens. Like they spend 4 or 5 hours in singing a song in person without using some electronic devices, and they easily exhausted, and therefore maybe they cannot how can I say perform the opera very frequently. Maybe just is double castings even in the double cast cases, maybe the 10 times performance of the how can I say of the opera will be enough, and they cannot the singer, opera singer, cannot afford more than 10 times in the same how can I say the opera. And that can be just a barrier to the public who would like to enjoy the opera, but the opera is more unique, and because they use the singing a song by the opera singer in person, and they can hear the live music without using any of the devices, and also they can hear the orchestra music. And today I met some music columnists, and who just told he preferred the opera to the musical, but maybe it's depends on the each one's the preference. But anyhow, just right now there's some kind of some preference on the opera is becoming like more and more. And therefore, I'm also interested in just having a chance to see the opera, which is more formal compared with musical. But actually, just I do not have sufficient knowledge about opera, and normally in opera, it's like they use the original language rather than the translated English, etc. And therefore, it's a little very difficult to understand, to follow the contents of the song, and sometimes that makes me how can I say makes me the how can I say some the difficulties in understanding or the appreciating the value, the how can I pleasure in the opera. But anyhow, just I'm interested, and I'm still very eager to just have a chance to see the opera. In that regard, I think we need more opera curate rather than the opera columnists, which means like we need more some music expert, who facilitate the understanding of the ordinary person when we see the opera rather than the how can I say the musical. But still, I have some difficulties. How which which one is the opera or the musical? Still, that is a little difficult. But it's Miss Saigon, for example, Miss Saigon is a musical, and how can I say? Aida is a form of the opera, and personally, it's a little difficult to see various opera, because it's like the singer will be easily exhausted, and they do not have some chance to perform the opera more frequently than the musical, and therefore some kind of how can I say attractions which draw our eagerness to see the opera. But anyhow, just nowadays the Korean culture, the degree of our culture is going up, and I guess is many people will be much more interested in the appreciating the opera, and therefore I look forward to seeing the many more opera curators rather than the opera columnists. And also he advised us when we just buy the ticket for the opera, and before going to the how can I say opera house, opera theater. Then we just try to get some basic information about opera. And some just through the YouTube or some etc. And then he just advised me to try to listen the song which will be done in the theater. Then it's like it will facilitate to understand the opera and also appreciate the opera's the merit. Opera's how can I say attractiveness, more how can I say easily. And according to his advice, just I try to have a chance enjoy the opera as much as I can. And also I would like to share such kind of experience with all of you. Okay, thank you.